Them's not talking to me after my bold prediction. I'm no mystic Meg. The big winners in all of this are Evangelos Marinakis, whose clubs, Olympiacos and Nottingham Forest, will both enjoy Europe next season, the Champions League and Europa League respectively. Having looked at all the arguments and counter-arguments, here's my reaction as a non-Palace fan. Multi-club is not PSR, but the blind trust arrangement which Carvai Solokol of Sky Sports rails against in this passionate reaction video is the provision of choice for UEFA.
Finishes to qualify for the Europa League. They did it by winning the FA Cup. The FA Cup, which is the oldest.
The best time to complain about it is before the strangely moved deadline from June 1st to March 1st, not after breaking said stupid rule. And this argument that when you played Midwall you were not Mystic Meg so could not do paperwork is irrelevant. I suspect, as Cavi alludes to, the bigger clubs, like mine, love blind trust because it allows for obvious breach to be written off. It looks like Palace's case of not being part of a multi-club setup has been dismissed by the letter of the law and not the spirit. When is control not control? I wonder if UEFA's interpretation of control will be extended to Marinakis. He put his shares in blind trust, also missing the deadline, but as we all know, Forest bottled a Champions League finish, so there was no conflict with Olympiacos. However, his infamous one-man pitch invasion surely begs the question about influence and control. Why was he not tackled by stewards, etc.? Was he not exercising control and influence over Nottingham Forest? In May, Lyon were given extra time after the relegation decision to look under the sofa for missing millions. Will Palace get the same after this decision? John Textor sold his shares already, but it seems to be for nothing. Bumbling UEFA are rightfully being criticised, kicking the can down the road, etc., and holding the release of such news until late on Friday is more bad luck from them. Whatever happens next will taint the Europa League in somebody's eyes. For Nottingham Forest, elevated to this competition via paper, the victory is purely a financial one. Dem won't like me saying it, but I agree with the idea that the Clipboard Cup, as she calls it, may be a blessing in disguise for a club of Palace's size. I'm sure I've seen stats about relegation less than a few years after a Euro tour for clubs outside of the top 6. Maybe that's a topic for another video.